Yeah, I think you know as a man when you've got to lose weight. There's warning signs. There are red flags. I knew I had to lose weight. Very sad day for any man when his girlfriend suggests he comes on his own tits.
Sometimes it's like embarrassing for me to hang out with my mom, you know, because Asian people, we just got a different custom, you know. Like my mom, when she goes shopping, she doesn't buy shit she needs. She just buys shit because it's a good deal. One time I brought a full price shirt home, $20, and she was like, "Was it full price? No, it's a bad deal." I was like, "Mom, it's only $20." It's like, "Yes, $20 if you're stupid." She goes to Ross and she freaks out because everything's a great deal. She's like, "Jimmy, you should buy this. You should buy. This is a good deal. This is a good deal." I'm like, "Mom, that's a double XL shirt, okay? And it says Obey on it. I'm not gonna wear that." And she's like, "It's okay, 50% off. Someday it will fit, okay?" The first day I got my passport, I was feeling real patriotic. So I went to my local Hooters. I was drinking a Coors Light. I was watching a World Cup. It was USA versus Mexico. And I was like, man, I'm cheering for Team USA. American, finally. This old Mexican dude came up to me. He couldn't really speak English. And this is what he said. Amigo, Mexico, Korea. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you trying to start World War III or something? I'm not even Korean. He managed to insult me with the only 3 English words he knew. So I really felt the need to explain myself. I was like, "Sir, I'm not Korean, I'm Chinese." And he looked back to his friends. He was like, "Oh, pinche chinito, huh?" And I'm like, "Sir, you do know that I can understand what that means, okay? I have Mexican friends back home just like you." He was like, "No, I'm not Mexican. I'm El Salvador." I'm like, "Oh, great, now I'm the racist." Do you understand how difficult it is to explain a rap music video to an old Chinese man? We're just sitting there, and my dad was like, "Oh, Jimmy, what I mean when he say Lamborghini Murcielago? I'm like, "Dad, he's bragging about his car. It's a Lamborghini Murcielago, very expensive car. You know what that is, right?" And he was like, "Oh, okay, yes. That's when you know they have no idea what the fuck he just said. "Jimmy, what does he mean when he say, your chick, she's so thirsty, or what the?" And I was like, "Shit. Dad, he's making fun of somebody's girlfriend, okay? Saying like she likes attention from other guys and she likes to do sex stuff with them. You know, like blowjobs and such." He's like, "Oh, okay, yes. Blowjobs, okay. Jimmy, I'm thirsty too, okay?" So I was like, "Oh, God, no."
These kids don't even know what a hose is. They don't know what a hose is. That was our bottle of water. You rode around for 5 hours. You looked at your friend. "You guys thirsty?" "Yeah." Any house with a hose in the front lawn, that was communal. Anyone got to use that shit. Public property. We all ran. Who would get the hose first? "I got it first." That kid thought he won, but he didn't. Because he has no idea that there's water in the middle of the hose that boiled up to 450 degrees. Now he's about to get a mouthful of lava. Turn it on! Ah! These kids don't even know what a hose is. I asked my son the other day, I go, "Joe, do you know what a hose is?" He's like, "Those at the club, Dad." I'm like, "Joe." My mom recorded me on a camcorder. A camcorder! And there's probably kids in here that are like 14 or 13 going, "What the is a camcorder?" You know that camera that's on your phone? That used to be a separate device. And it was huge. Like huge, like, "Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you." Zoom. Zoom. Press zoom. Happy birthday. I'm not gonna lie, the first month was the worst one. It was scary. We were all scared. Don't act like you weren't. You better not sneeze that first month. Remember that first month? You better not sneeze. You remember you hold that sneeze in, oh God. No. This is what you look like under the mask. No. Because if you sneezed, what would happen? Super spreader! This guy's a super spreader! No! My girlfriend has cats! It was right around month 11, we didn't give a anymore. The 11th month, that's when we were like, this mask. Remember that thing? You just walk around. If you had to sneeze, you just did it underneath the mask. Then you just wipe the boogers with the mask. Like, fuck this mask. Fuck this mask. I've been wearing it for 11 months. It only has one string. 11 times in a row I'll sneeze. That's how I sneeze. I don't sneeze once. I remember I was at Home Depot. I went at it. Booger flew up. Booger hit my ear. I took the mask off. I looked like I was in a bukkake flick. Like, God damn it. God.
That cat since it was a baby. It's never been outside. 3-year-old cat, never been outside. And he sees those squirrels across the street and he's like, I remember. I remember the old way. How the does that DNA get into that cat? He's not looking at that squirrel like, that's my little friend across the street. I would like to meet him. No, it's like, your neck is right there. That's crazy. That's some crazy murderous DNA. That's like if you had a science experiment where you had a man in captivity and you never showed him a woman ever until he was full grown, and then you show him a naked one through prison glass. And as soon as he sees her, he goes, turn the fuck! Turn the fuck! When it comes to Santa Claus, you don't want your kid to be one of two things. You don't want your kid to be the first kid that tells everyone that Santa Claus is bullshit, because that kid's an asshole. But you don't want your kid to be the last kid that figures out that Santa Claus is bullshit, because that kid's a moron. So you got a little bit of, you're like, oh no, when do we do this? When do we do this? And no one knows when to do it. You just let the kids figure it out. And then they're like, Dad, what the fuck? They're like, oh. Nobody knows when to do it. Nobody can be honest about it. They have little meetings and shit. And I'm like, when do we tell them? This lady goes, when they're 11. They're going to be by then. I don't hate that they read the books. I hate that they have to tell me they read the books. You know, there's one of those things that people do where they tell you they read the book just to let you know that they read. They always say the same thing. You're like, oh, Game of Thrones is the best show. You go, the book's even better. No, it's not. It's never better to not see something, you fuck. I know what you're doing. You just want me to know you read the book. Oh, the book's better, really. I watch the show. I see naked people have sex and then sword fight to death. And you're sitting there with your eyes closed. Oh, I could only imagine what that would be like. It's better if I don't even see. You.
I'm still afraid of being kidnapped. A few months ago, I was at a subway station at 2 o'clock in the morning, all right? It's just me and this woman, and we're walking along, and she's walking a few yards ahead of me, but she keeps giving me like the over-the-shoulder, like that, you know? And then she starts to pick up the pace. She starts to walk a lot faster. I think, oh, she must hear the train coming. Or, you know, maybe she feels it in her feet, like a Native American. So I start to sprint down the hallway at her, and she looks back and she's like, ah! I'm almost at her, and then it dawns on me. Oh, she's running from me. Because in her eyes, I'm an adult. And adults rape each other. In December of 2020, I went to dinner at a friend's apartment. But it was not dinner. It was an intervention. For me. My least favorite kind of intervention. When I walked into my intervention, I knew right away that it was an intervention. Do you know how bad of a drug problem you have to have if when you open a door and see people gathered, your first thought is, this is probably an intervention about my drug problem. There's no other reason people would be behind a door. I started doing drugs when I was 14 with my two best friends, John and John. They're not me, they're other people. They were both named John. There was John O'Brien, John McNulty, and then me. My name is John Mulaney. And if you didn't know that, you were probably in rehab with me. One time when we were 16, me, John, and John, we were in a parking lot at night, and we were smoking a joint. We were getting high, and then a police car pulled in out of nowhere, like, ah, oh, ah. And we went, shit. And we threw the joint we had down a sewer, and we got rid of all of our weed. But they still called us over and made us put our hands on the patrol car. The three of us line up, and we put our hands on the patrol car. The police officer walks up to John O'Brien first, and he starts to give him a pat down. And he goes, "What's your name?" And he goes, "John." Then he goes to John McNulty, starts to give him a pat down. He goes, "What's your name?" He goes, "John." Then he got to me. Before he gave me a pat down, he leaned in and whispered in my ear, "Your name better not be John." They call me Baby J out on these streets.